almost see what I'm doing. Almost. Come here, little cotter pin, buddy. Yeah. We're going to do a see if it'll run video, but she won't. And that crank wouldn't turn. Now, if it was a desirable engine, it's just a straight 6-cylinder. So basically, it's a boat anchor. We are going to keep tearing this baby apart. I'll probably time lapse you so you ain't bored, and maybe you're bored even on time lapse. I don't know, but we're gonna do it anyway. If you want to follow along, follow along. Now, if any of y'all have an econoline and you see some parts here you need, message me, because like this radiator, not getting reused. Nothing on the engine trans rear end is getting reused. Nothing on the steering column except the steering wheel is getting reused. Nothing on the brake pedal, front drums, the whole rear axle. Any of that stuff that goes with this engine and driveline basically is going to get ripped out. As you know, this stuff's getting hard to find, so if you see anything here you guys might want, if you're doing an econoline rebuild, hit me up, hit Rob up, hit somebody up, and we'll work out a deal. I didn't cut this throttle linkage at all. I don't know if somebody might use it. It goes to the gas pedal from the carburetor. It's like a solid Z-bar. He'll make up his mind if it wants to rain or snow out there. Look at that crap coming down. A view you don't get to see too often. The underside of an econoline, huh, guys? Old e-brake setup. Here's your old master cylinder. We're going to do away with that. We're going to put a boosted unit here. So good old Rob's got disc on the front and power brakes, power boosted brakes. Didn't notice before. It's been patched right there. I wonder if all that front end body work we ran into in the last video was due to this side here getting hit maybe. Huh. Yeah, it's got a pretty extensive repair in that frame. I guess that's what you see when you really get in there. They did both sides. Put a plate on each side. Maybe they even sectioned a piece of frame in there. I don't know. It could have been. You can see the plates going all the way back on both sides and on the bottom. Same way I would have done it if it was cut. You can see a cut line here where this has all been drilled out and replaced. So I bet you they replaced this horn. That's not a factory weld there either. So that frame repair is not a big deal, guys. It looks like somebody did a really nice job on it. Maybe grabbed a frame horn off of a donor vehicle and spliced it in. Oh, there's worse vehicles on the road. Look at Putina. She's a death trap waiting to kill somebody. Earthquake again. Man, there's a lot of them around here all the time when I'm videoing. I'll pull this linkage off, going to the gas pedal like I said. We're not going to use it. We're going cable operated. Pull these dust plates off here. I'll get the mounts loose on the engine and trans. The exhaust cut and we'll get her tore down. I don't know, guys. I have a strange feeling I might be going bald. I don't know if it shows on the camera or not, but look into that and let me know, will you? Man, that has to be a 10-foot long speedometer cable. Definitely the longest one I've ever seen. That's what she said. That's some high performance custom ground clearancing there for that pipe there. Don't worry about it. This high performance engine will just push that air right through that 1/2-inch pipe. Right, let's get this super heavy drive shaft out of here. I might have to call in some reinforcements to help me carry this baby. She's pretty big and girthy. She's girthy. Not enough room to get a ratchet or a impact up here, so we're gonna have to use the old wrench trick, guys. Quarter turn at a time. Hope you guys can hear that hail coming down out there. It's hitting this metal roof. It's pretty loud. Sorry if it's a lot of background noise. My girthy drive shaft. Now you can see what I was talking about. There's not enough room between these nuts and this yoke to get a ratchet wrench in there. Use a skinny wrench. She's coming. We'll get her. We ain't scared. We'll save them because I'm sure somebody out there is going to want this drive shaft. It's in really nice shape. Y'all know I hate winter. I used to love it. I used to go snowmobiling, sledding, and all that stuff in the winter. Then I growed up, I guess. My bones don't like it much anymore. I don't know if it's gonna show up. I want to show you guys something on here real quick. That little guy, he went to the Dog Patch Fab School of Welding. Look at them beads he laid down. That's some weld, baby. Get some light in this situation. I mean, look at that. Them bolts come right loose on this old of a truck. Never happened up here, guys. Yeah, I know, it's a Ford. It leaked a little grease. Maybe that protected it over the years, right? Y'all see that? It's out. I'm okay. As you can see what I meant by big girthy muscle car drive shaft. Anybody needs this, let me know. The joints even feel pretty good in it. Alright, on to the next. One more bolt in that engine. There's where we are next. And you can see somebody started doing our work for us. That bolt's halfway out. I'm gonna pull this guy And this Z-bar right here has to come off. We'll take that off first. And then we got that there. Those are already off and ready to go. Maybe it was loose because somebody cross-threaded it. That might very well be. I won. Alright, these guys are off. Let's get this out of the way. That Z-bar, the spring off. And she's probably ready to lower her down and raise her up with a crank. Said here's that 35-foot long speedometer cable. Should be an O-ring in there. Oh yeah, baby. There's your gear for your speedometer. There we are. Nothing's hooked up there. No wiring there. Let's get it on there. Alright, there we go. See how tiny that transmission is. There's your Z-bar off and everything. Your linkages are disconnected. Of course, the motor mounts are out like I told you. The nuts are on. We are going to lower this truck down. I'm going to throw my engine crane in there. And I will get all the weight off these mounts and crawl under here and knock that rear bolt out there. The front's nothing but lifted up off of them. You won't be able to see it from the camera, of course, but I'm going to slide under here and push that bolt out that is holding the transmission. And figure out a way to get my big butt under there. Bolt is out. Try the compressor noise. We're going to lift it up, get them bolts off their purchase. Ooh, baby. Imagine that. She turned sideways. Was going to go out the bottom, guys, but honestly. Looky, looky. There you go. I can see how stubby that transmission is. Yeah, we lost a little fluid, not much. All in all, it'd be a pretty decent motor for a T-bucket or something. Something little, you know. Or back in another econoline. Like I said, we were going to do a will it run on this, but I spun it over. It has good compression in a couple of the cylinders. I didn't check them all. The carburetor was seized up. I really didn't want to waste any time on it. Other than that, I think she's a good motor. I put a bore scope down in the two cylinders. I pulled plugs on and they're clean. Alright, now you can see there's quite a bit of room in there between them two mounts. Like I said before, we may end up nipping them off 2 inches in on each one. I think that's what the directions say on the kit. And weld our V8 mounts right to that. As you can see, there's the wall damage I was telling you about. You couldn't really see it in the video with the engine in place, but it's all pushed in like somebody had cargo in it. You can see it there bent. So I'm going to dolly that straight next and get that one going when I get back onto the body work. I wanted to get this out of the way. Looks like somebody towed this thing with a strap and grabbed the tie rod. You can see that baby, it's going to need replaced. One thing you don't mess with is steering and brakes. You buy new stuff, guys. You can see that tie rod bent right up against the axle there. And it's pretty common. Somebody probably put a tow hook under there thinking they grabbed the axle and grabbed the tie rod by mistake. Okay, so all y'all wondered what a Z-bar was. That operates your clutch pedal. And the way that works is it's a lever action rod. One end goes to a linkage that goes up to your clutch pedal. And as you push on it, it rotates the one end, the shorter end. And then the other end with the long, this guy here on it, goes into the transmission, which actually pushes on your pressure plate fork, releasing the pressure between your pressure plate and your clutch disc. That little piece there is the frame mount. Of course, on an automatic transmission, we will not need that. There you go. There's that 35-foot speedometer cable I was telling you about. That custom high-performance exhaust and that power plant U-joint assembly there and drive shaft. Otherwise, there's your little engine, guys. We're out and rolling on to the next phase. We're going to pull these two shifter rod linkages off that go down there, along with the brake pedal, gearbox, and steering column. This is early March. We're into the, I think, the second week or end of the first week in March. Maybe the second week. I don't know. Maybe even third week. I don't know. But we're plucking along. Some of these videos may be out of order. I got way ahead on taking video and way behind on editing and uploading. Sorry, guys. You'll just have to hop around if you're following the build. Your little whippersnappers. Back on this thing.